say not to take classes, never. But some of the students may be thinking, and we have to do this now. Anyway, let us start the class. Here, this is the complete model of MOSFET, taking all aspects of the device, like even uh, n plus region or p plus region also offers some resistance. That is also put into this diagram. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
there's one doubt in a few previous slides. There was a capacitance in series which is CO plus C depletion.
Okay.
You said it will decrease. We were not able to understand how.
See,
Can you please
already Harsh Tripathi could understand that when you connect this series, capacitance in series, unlike resistance, in resistance, what happens? Resistance value increases from here to here. Resistance value, if you connect in series, then its value will be increased. Effective resistance will be added. But in case of capacitance, it will be increased if you connect two capacitors in parallel. Capacitance value, effective value of capacitance will be, I mean, um, like same formula, will exist. Just reverse formula for capacitance and resistance. Could you understand that point? I mean, have
yes,
you
yes.
thought of in that way?
Yes, sir. But since we do not know the values, right, of CU and CW, those
Uh,
are different variable also. So how can we decide that it will decrease only?
See, value, let it be any value. Let it be 1 microfarad. This is say 3 microfarad. But ultimately, if they are in series, then their value will be reduced. Like if you connect two resistance in parallel, what happens? The effective resistance will be less than equals to the minimum one.
Yes, sir.
Same thing applies here also. I mean, series connected capacitance, same thing happens. Same formula. If you read your network theory, here say C1 equals to 1 microfarad and C2 equals to 2 microfarad, you see that its effective resistance capacitance will be less than this minimum one. Are you getting? This is the same formula. This formula and this formula same. Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir.
All of you. Then there should not be any doubt. I mean, your friend could understand the standard itself. Any more doubt? So far, we have whatever covered in that. Do you have any more doubt? What should I go ahead? If no doubt, then I'll go to the next slide. So this, I mean, various components of this are explained in the following slides. CGD, CGS, CGB, all we have seen. CBS and CBD, all we have discussed. This is the resistance of um, N plus regions, and this is the channel resistance. Earlier also we have seen one diagram, I think. In that it was shown. So these all has been taken into account, and some noise also taken into account. GMBS, then BBS, all things are put into, and this is the most perfect or rather most accurate model of MOSFET, and these are having the um, C, sorry, GBD is defined here, GBS is defined here. Then what is INRD, INRS, and are noise sources. See, MOSFETs, diodes, BJTs, if you go further study, then you'll see that all these devices offer some noise. Okay, for example, MOSFETs, when electrons are flowing in the channel, then electrons straightaway doesn't flow. Okay, it is captured then released, captured then released. And then also there'll be, I mean, what is called scattering. So those things are there. So current doesn't flow smoothly like a DC. Minutely, if you can observe, then the MOSFETs also offer some noise. If those noises are also captured, then you will have two these kind of components you have to add. If you consider the resistance of drain and source region, the resistance of course will be very less because it is heavily doped. We are writing N plus or P plus for P MOSFETs. But channel resistance will be there because it is not heavily doped. Then GM we have defined, GMDS we have defined, GDS is delta ID by delta VDS. This was not defined, I think. And RD is 1 upon GDS. Remember that. Okay. So this is the explanation of all. And I think it is first time coming. GM is this. In linear region and saturation region, there will be two values. In linear region, it will be beta VDS if you take the derivatives of the current equation. This is the equation, current equation that you may be remembering. If you take the derivatives with respect to VGS, then you'll get beta VDS. Or beta is equal to mu n C ox W by L. In saturation region, what is the value? If you take CLM into consideration, this is the value. Okay, and RO equals to 1 upon GDS. So for a long channel MOSFET, long channel MOSFET, what is the value of RO? In saturation region only?
Zero.
Correct? All agree? RO is 1 upon GDS. GDS is what? Delta ID by delta VDS. What is delta ID by delta VDS? Tell me 1 upon, what is this value here? In saturation region, what is the value of RO in a long channel MOSFET? Long channel MOSFET, we don't have CLM. Okay, or lambda equals to 0. This is equals to 0. So current equation is, yes, tell, somebody was telling.
So in long channel MOSFET, CLM is 0, which means that VDS does not influence ID at all.
That's it. That's why it is parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis.
Therefore, even if we increase VDS, ID won't increase. Therefore, GDS is 0.
See, if GDS is 0, what is the value of RO? That was my question.
Infinite.
You are right. You are right. So RO is infinite, and that is what desirable for MOSFETs. MOSFET based, say, amplifier, for example, CS amplifier. So gain will be good. It will not be limited to by this value because it is going to be infinite. Other things like, as I said, AV voltage, voltage gain of a CS amplifier will be written like this: RO parallel RD. Okay. So if its value is limited, some given value, then it is limited by this value. But otherwise, if it is infinite, then it will be limited by this one. CS amplifier, as I said, is like this. The simplest one I'm drawing. Okay, this is your VDD. This is RD, and RO is its built-in resistance, or you can say it is intrinsic resistance or AC resistance of the MOSFET itself. Okay. Understood? The RO, which is considered for taking into account the CLM. Is it understood? So this two thing, this RO and RD comes here for calculation of AV, voltage gain. We'll be discussing this voltage gain or CS amplifier, etc. in the future course. You might have studied also in previous course. So now certain questions are given here. Derive the channel conductance ZDS of a long channel MOSFET in deep triode region. What is the meaning of deep triode region? Anybody? Deep
So
triode region. Tell.
is it the channel?
Deep triode region. You know triode region?
Linear region.
Linear region. So deep linear region it is. Then what do you understand by that? Means when VDS is very small. If you go to a higher side, what will happen? If you increase the VDS, then it will approach saturation region. Okay, gradually if you increase VDS, then you will approach the saturation region. If you decrease the VDS in this direction, you are going to enter into deep triode region, that is say 0.1 volt, 0.2 volt. These are the voltage values in the x-axis, VDS values. These values we call deep triode region. So in deep triode region, how you are going to calculate the ZDS? Next question is derive the channel conductance ZDS of long channel MOSFET in saturation region. Already we are seeing here in saturation region, what is the value? ZDS, you have to find out delta ID by delta VDS in saturation region. Saturation region equation you have to use here. Then derive channel resistance RC of a long channel MOSFET deep triode region. Deep triode, again, remember the same definition. Derive transconductance. And in long channel MOSFET, in linear and saturation. I hope these are very silly for you. You can do it. If anybody don't understand, tell. IDS is given here. CLM is there. So this part is there in the equation. And GM equals to this. We are writing here. How we are getting this? And GM can be also expressed as this. GM can be also expressed as this. You are understanding this or not? Tell me. See, it is elaborately done. So I don't think it is difficult to understand. Yes. Are you checking out here?
Yes, sir, just a second.
Anybody could not understand this simple equation? Tell me. GM can be expressed in different way. That is what the main theme of this slide. Is it understood? Don't mug up anything. You know the equation. You have to remember the equations. Linear region equation and saturation region equation. You have to remember. And if you want to take CLM into account, then one term, additional term you have to use. So this is the fundamental things about. Should I go to the next slide? Okay. Next, RO I have already defined. It is 1 upon ZDS, and we get ultimately this expression ZDS equals to 1 upon R equals to lambda IDS. Okay, where IDS is the drain current without CLM taken into account. This ID is the drain current taking without CLM into account. Any doubt in this expressions? Yes. Come on and tell me if any typographical error is there in this expression. Should I go to the next slide?
No, sir. We're just noting it down.
You tell me any not understanding part is there in this slide or not. If over, tell me, I'll go to the next slide. We are wasting our time. Yes, Harsh Tripathi, is there any mistake?
Yes, sir, understood.
Understood?
No, sir.
Okay, should I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So based on the understanding of GM, GMBS, etc., some numericals are given. Okay, so take the snapshot and try to understand. It is solved, so you'll not be having any problem. This question was there and its solution is here. Okay, should I go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Another numericals here. Based on this understanding, once again, similar kind of things we have already discussed. Btn 0, Btn 0 is this value, and BTB 0 is this one. Of course, you have to consider the minus sign. Okay, for this BTP, taking those things into account, and is similar expression. I mean, numericals we have done. So maybe different values are given. So different kind of results have been obtained. Okay, BTN is going to be this, and BTP is going to be this. You just go through and tell me if you find any mistakes. We'll discuss. We'll go to the next slide. The solution is further extended very elaborately here. These are the results of the value of GM, GMBS is calculated, GDS is calculated. This is for N MOSFET, this is for P MOSFET. Okay. Now we are going to discuss something related to the MOSFETs, small signal model kind of things. For the configuration of this figure A, determine the small signal resistance Rx and Ry. Assume lambda equals to 0. Lambda means, understood? What is lambda?
Yes, sir.
Are you understanding what is lambda? CLM. If CLM is not considered, then current equation, in saturation region, it will be what? The small signal model of diode connected NMOS. Here it is called diode connected. When the get and drain of a MOSFET or the MOSFETs are tied together, then it is called diode connected MOSFET. And in diode connected MOSFET, can you tell in which region it is operating? We know that for saturation region, VDS should be greater than equals to VGS minus VT. Okay, we are considering in MOSFET, so it is VTN. Now in this case, what you see? VGS and VDS is same. Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is true or false? Tell me. This statement is true or false? False for this MOSFET. Figure A.
Sir, can you repeat? How is VGS and VDS same?
Because gate and drain are tied together.
Okay.
VGS means gate to source voltage. This
Sir,
is
I
source.
Source and drain were connected together, so I got confused.
Now it is understood. So in which region it is going to operate? That was the question.
Saturation.
Saturation. Prem Prabhat is there. Prem Prabhat Pramanik.
Yes, sir.
Himanshu Shogra.
Yes, sir.
Kartik Rai.
Yes, sir.
Kartik, you are absent yesterday because of what is the reason?
Yesterday?
Yesterday you were absent or somebody was absent, network problem was there?
No, sir, I was there.
Okay. Then Prajwal is there, Shashank, Agarwal.
Yes, sir.
Hashvardhan Agarwal, all are there. So
Yes,
all
yes,
of
sir.
you are understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, this
Yes, sir.
device,
Saturation.
whenever there is a diode connected MOSFET, it behaves like a diode only. I mean, MOSFETs also can be used as a diode. It can be used as a capacitor also. Anyway, so here we understand that it is true and hence it is working in saturation region. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and see. A small scale model of diode connected MOS in figure A is shown in figure B, this one. This way we have already shown this diagram. We have this kind of diagram we have already discussed, which is called, simplest model of MOSFET is what? GM-VGS, and if you take CLM into account, then one resistance.
GMB into VBS.
Consider it the body and source are tied together. Considering that,
So then we take RO.
RO is going to come here. RO, which is going to take care of CLM. Okay, this is the model we know. Source is here, drain is this one, and this is gate. And here you have to find out the what? Rx. Rx you have to find out. To find out Rx, what we need to do is one external supply voltage is to be connected. So this V1, or you can say VGS, you can write down VGS. So this VGS in this model so far drawn in this model is the controlling voltage that controls the ID. Okay, and it is going to behave like a voltage control current source, GM VGS. This is the current source. GM is what? GM equals to ID, or let me write a small value of ID. I can write this way also, ID by delta, or small change in VG, right? VGS. VGS. And you are multiplying that with another voltage. So basically it gets cancelled. So this is nothing but current. This symbol is nothing but voltage controlled current source, right? My aim was to say you that what is this thing? This is actually current. Okay, current source it is showing, and that current is controlled by VGS, which is applied at the gate, and there is no current flow from gate to drain as such because there is insulator SiO2. So it is not shown connected. See that? Not shown connected. Rather, there is a capacitance which is called what? CGD. Yes or no? We are not showing that. We are using this simplified model. Okay. Now from this model, MOSFET's model, we have to find out the small signal resistance Rx as well as Ry. Okay. Rx and Ry. Rx for this one and this value. If you look down in this direction, what will be the resistance looking at this point? And what will be the resistance looking in this way? That is Ry. So we are considering now Rx. So method for finding out the resistance, okay, of this kind of circuit is what? You connect one external voltage source that is connected here. Okay, so you are connecting here a external voltage source Vx, okay, and trying to analyze this circuit. A small signal model of diode connected PMOS is shown in this figure. Of this figure is here. Okay, just reversely it is drawn. Independent voltage source is grounded to find out small signal resistance of any device or circuit, and an external DC source Vx is connected. See, independent voltage is grounded. Okay, for calculation of this thing resistance. Okay, if any independent voltage source was there, that has to be grounded. To estimate small signal resistance, looking at Rx at this point from top of figure this, we first draw this small signal model of diode connected MOSFET and we connect an external source Vx. This is the diagram for applying a voltage, and this voltage is supplying a current Ix to this circuit. Okay, now if you use the small or rather simply understandable KCL in this circuit, what do you find? Try to understand. I have written this equation, whether you are able to understand or not. As can be seen, gate and drain are connected together. Gate and drain are connected together. This is also connected together in this way. So we have drawn same way as we are supposed to draw. Fixed. The voltage, external voltage connected here at the gate, and this gate and drain is connected because that is the way it has been connected. And external voltage Vx is also connected for estimation of small signal resistance Rx. Now applying KCL at node X. At node X, you are applying the KCL. So can you write this one? GM1 V1. This is GM1 V1 or GM VGS. You can write whatever you want. Here V1 is written, so V1 is also written here. If this is VGS, you can write GM VGS. Okay, it's up to you. As per the notation, we have gone, and GM1 V1 is the current, and Vx by RO1. Vx by RO1. This current, and this current is what? Vx you have applied, This point is having the Vx. So Rho1, Vx by Rho1 is the current, another current in this direction. Equals to Ix, is it not? This equation is correct or not, that you tell as per KCL. One call is coming, I'll take the call and come back to you. Hello? Who is speaking? Why you are calling me? No, I don't need any loan. Please. So, is it understandable, this equation from this diagram?
Yes, sir.
Or any doubt you tell? This should be understood. Anyway, anyhow you have to understand. Small, this Ix equals to this current plus this current, nothing else. And this Ix is supplied by Vx. So Ix equals to this 2, and then we are arranging them and we are writing Rx equals to 1 by Gm1 plus 1 upon Ro. Up to this point is understood or not? Tell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, understood.
Understood. So I have done elaborately. It is not given in the book. None of this expanded equation you will find in the book. So dividing the numerator and denominator by Gm, we get this. So Rx is going to be ultimately 1 upon Gm1 if lambda equals to 0. That is Rho is infinite. Is it understandable now? When you are paralleling Rho1 with 1 upon Gm1, then you get this. So Rx equals to 1 upon Gm. Once you are looking from this side, this will be very much useful for fourth module. I think fourth module is having the analog circuits. Okay. Again, maybe I have to remind you if you forget. Is it understood this up to this point? Rx equals to almost equals to 1 upon Gm1. So diode connected in MOSFET, if you find this this configuration, then you are going to have this much resistance. Similarly, applying the same method, you can find out for the MOSFET also. Looking from this side, you want the Ry, what will be the resistance. So when you draw it, you go same way. Small signal model. So this is the gate, and this is your small signal, or rather voltage current source GM. This is V1, so GM V1. You could write GM VGS also. If it is VGS, you could write that one also, GM VGS. Anyway, the same notation what is given in the diagram is kept here. So, and we are putting an opposite direction arrow. It doesn't matter because it is AC current you can think of. Okay, so direction doesn't matter, but for conventional way we are going to put into opposite direction, and RO is coming here for CLM, and this side is what? This side is drain, this side is source, and you know this side is gate, and this is grounded. Can you tell why? Have I discussed any time earlier? For AC analysis or small signal analysis, the DC sources are grounded. I think we have written somewhere independent voltage source is grounded. Understood? This VDD is an independent voltage source that is grounded. So for AC is concerned, it is at AC ground. Ever we have discussed or not?
Yes, sir. In AC we have discussed.
Where?
Analog circuit.
Analog circuits we have discussed. Myself or somebody else?
Yes, sir. You only.
I was teaching. Okay.
In
So
section B.
section B, but section A may not be knowing. So anyway, we have discussed. I mean, we have also discussed that why it is to be. Like there was a question and answer type things in my PPT. Anyway, so as you see that the source side is grounded because it is a independent voltage. And now apply the external voltage and apply the KCL, okay, at this node, and you will get the value of Ry in the same method. If you want, this is the things same way we have got the Ry also. Okay, possibly this is Y. Okay, typing mistake. So see whether it is understandable or not. Is it understandable? Same thing. It is nothing more or less for MOSFET also. It is same. Only thing you are drawing in this way. Yes. Karthik, are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Should I go to the next slide? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Understood. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, this is all about diode connected MOSFETs, whether it is P MOSFETs or N MOSFETs. Now we are going to discuss about subthreshold MOS model. Okay. Subthreshold means when your VGS less than VT. Ideally speaking, ID equals to 0 because MOSFET is in off state. But no, it is not. If VGS is less than VT, still certain amount of current flows, which is very negligible for most of the cases, but it is not 0. All of a sudden, it doesn't be 0. I mean, don't be here. Suppose this is on state. Okay, certain current still flows, and that is the subthreshold leakage current. The models discussed so far predict that no current will flow in a device when the VGS is at or below VT. In reality, this is not the case. The region where VGS is above VT is called strong inversion region. The region below is called the weak inversion or subthreshold region. In reality, there is a transition region of operation between strong and weak inversion called the moderate inversion region. Rather, this region, okay, VGS, this axis is VGS axis, okay, x-axis VGS. So this region is called moderate inversion region. Okay, so with IDS versus VGS plot, show the strong inversion, weak inversion, and moderate inversion region. That could be the question in the written exam, but you are now at home, so may not be this kind of question. But some question may be set based on this also. Anyway, let me go to the next slide. Should I? And how much? Yes, we are having more, so I'm stopping here. Okay, right? I'm going to stop here for the next class. Okay. Today wasted a lot of time. I could finish this thing.